Hello, welcome to the Dotcom tutorial on the slider element. Are you running a featured sale? Are you confused about how to show multiple products or collections to your customers at a time? Having a slider on your website is a wonderful solution to this problem. With a slider, you can effortlessly display your featured products or collections. You can even display a portfolio through this element. Go to the desired theme page in your Dotcom account and click Elements. Drag and drop the slider element to the design canvas. Hover over the dropped element, slider element, container column, container row. 1. Slider element. Click the edit icon on the slider element. The customization panel loads. 3 tabs, Content, Style, and Advanced. Let's start with the Content tab first. Here, you can start by configuring the number of sliders along with the content in each slider. To add a new slider, click the Add Slides button. You will be redirected to the next window. Select the BG tab. Here, you can choose to have an image or a color as a background. On selecting the image, you can upload an image from your computer. On selecting the color option, you can either choose a color from the global color set or use the color picker tool to set a custom color. Switch to the Content tab. Expand the Content section. Add the heading, paragraph, and button text of the slide. Use the link field to configure the button on the slide. You can link the button to any other page, external URL, file download, email, or phone number. Using the image section, upload an image from your computer whose size should not exceed 5 megabytes. Next, go to the Style tab. With this tab, you can set up the horizontal and vertical positions of the slide across different screens. As a next step, configure the text alignment and color of the content. Similarly, you can configure other slides of your slider. Next, adjust the height of the slider for different screen types in px, %, or rem as units. Now, go to the Slider Options section. Enable the Navigation Arrows toggle to display the navigation arrows. To keep the slider revolving, enable the Infinite Loop toggle. If you want the slider to start revolving once the user lands on the page, enable the Autoplay toggle. To pause the slider when users hover over it, keep the Pause on Hover toggle enabled. Next, adjust the speed of the slider. To display the navigation indicator, enable this toggle. Now, choose a style format for the indicator. Next, let's move on to the Style tab. In the Slide section, you can configure the style of the slide starting with the content width and padding for different screen types. Likewise, you can choose the horizontal and vertical positions of the slides along with the text alignment. Expand the Heading section to customize the heading parameters like the typography, text color, and spacing. Similarly, you can adjust the paragraph parameters here. If you are looking to customize the parameters of the button element, expand this section. For the button element, you can customize the style for both normal and hover modes. Under each mode, you can configure the typography, text color, button BG color, and border color. We also provide the option to adjust the border width and radius here. Finally, the last section in the Style tab, Navigation. Here, you can configure the size and color of the arrows. Along with the above customization, you can personalize the color and active color of the navigation indicator. Switch to the Advanced tab. Here, you can adjust the margin, padding, and width for different screen types. Further, you can add the Z-index, CSS ID, and CSS classes. Next, expand the Background section. Here, you can configure the background parameters in normal mode and the hover effect. Select the Normal tab. Here you can set the background type as color or image. Along with that, you can set the radius and box shadow values. Now, expand the Border section. Here, you can customize the border type, border color, and border width for normal and hover modes separately. The next section is Visibility, where you can hide this slider on desktop, tablet, or mobile screens with the swipe of a toggle. 2. Container column. Click the Edit icon. go to the Content tab. Here, adjust the different column parameters like column width, column gap, and alignment for different screen types. Switch to the Style tab. It has two modes, normal and hover. Here, you can customize different style parameters for the background and border for each mode separately. Under the Advanced tab, customize the margin, padding, and visibility. 3. Container row. Hover over the edit icon and click it. Like the container column, you can customize the content, style, and advanced settings here. Select the Content tab. Here, you can adjust the content width, height, row gap, column position, vertical align, and HTML tag. Switch to the Style tab. It has normal and hover tabs. Under each mode, configure the background and border customizations of the container row. Navigate to the Advanced tab. Here, you can customize the margin and padding. You can also add the CSS ID and CSS classes here. Configure the responsive. Finally, adjust the visibility on different screens, desktop, tablet, and mobile. That is all about the container row in the Slider element. In addition to the above customizations, you can also carry out general customizations on your Slider element. Save the changes and click Preview to see the updated design. That ends our tutorial on how to configure the Slider element on Dotcom. We'll be back with more helpful tutorials to help you with designing your website. If you have any queries or concerns, please reach out to our implementation specialist or contact our support team for further assistance. Thank you for watching.